Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the ESL India Premiership 2018 Summer Seasons' Masters League, brought to you by Oman by HP, HyperX, and Intel, and presented to you by Northern Gaming and ESL India. I'm your host, Vagish Godslayer Bhan, and as usual, today we have three games lined up for you guys: Clash Royale, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and Dota 2. So let's begin with the first game we have for you guys in the offing. That's Clash Royale, the best of five there. So without much ado, let's quickly look at the first player here. We have got Deepak Mehudi Mehta. All right, so that's Deepak Mehudi Mehta. In fact, let's quickly also take a look at his opposition for today's game, Suteekshan Beast Joshi. All right, now we have our two players. Let's get the Clash Royale started.
Another day, another dollar, and we have a match between Beast and Mehudi today. And this will be one of those pre-recorded matches that we normally do every Tuesday. Do keep in mind that Tuesdays are days off for the staff here at Northern Gaming and ESL India. We like to take Tuesdays off, and we present you all the games which are pre-recorded just a day prior. So this is pretty much yesterday's game, if that makes sense to you. We recorded it a day prior, and we're bringing it to you now, technically live because it's live streaming. I don't know. But yes, exciting match today between Beast and Mehudi. Mehudi, it's literally the number one position playing against the last position in the Masters League. Mehudi, he is one of the strongest players in India. However, currently sits on the 12th position of the strongest players in India. So, and he's facing off against Beast. Beast has been absolute monster so far in this season. He's lost only a single game, and I would love to see a close matchup coming up here and see if Beast can manage to keep up his almost undefeated streak. He did lose one game to 8-bit Mukul, I believe, if I'm not incorrect here. And Beast now taking advantage of that golem that was dropped all the way in the back. He did a pretty fairly decent push on the right of Mehudi's tower, and now he's using that time that he gained from doing that counter push. He's actually not defending against this. He defended fairly well, did take enough damage. The plan here was to do enough damage on the right while the golem makes it to your left hand side tower. The plan kind of worked, but not so well here, because the golem and the army behind it was able to do a fairly decent amount of damage on that tower. Now again another golem drop. Remember, this is double elixir time, and Beast is a little low on elixir right now. He has to figure out how he's planning to stop this push, and Electro Wizard doing an amazing job at slowing everything down, protecting the tower at the same time, and the HUD of course helping out in distracting the golem and the golemites, which will be fairly easily taken care of. Very well defended there now. However, the money spent into the defense, or the elixir spent into defense, was pretty much the same cost as defense. So both of these guys came out fairly even. Mehudi now trying out his second try, and the Electro Wizard completely being annoying the whole time, not letting the Dark Prince do its charge, and the Royal Guards also come out for defense. So again, the same strategy being used this time again to defend. Now it's time for Beast to do a counter attack, and he wants to focus on the tower on the right. The poison also comes out, so this is this tower is going to end up taking a lot of damage, and the armored minion also comes out, Mega Minion, completely cleaning out the tower for him. So well defended by Beast, and then a good defensive push up by Beast there to win this game 1 of best of 5, and Mehudi not off to a great start. Already 1-0 is the score, and we have quite an exciting best of 5 coming out. And there you go, very quick game 2 of this best of 5. And we didn't get much chance to talk about the bans. And we can kind of see the bans right now. We see Beast banning Pekka. So Beast has banned Pekka, which means Mehudi will not be able to put Pekka in his deck. And Mehudi has banned the Goblin Gang for Beast, because actually Beast has been using Goblin Gangs a lot. So this is quite an interesting ban there. And this will highly affect Beast's deck. So we'll see how everything comes out. A Prince charging on the right will come to a stop in front of the Ice Golem. Enough skeletons also around to kind of make sure that Prince does not get the momentum that he's waiting for. And also that Tombstone offers a great distraction for the Prince. Anywho, so Mehudi with his Elixir Collector earlier has now revealed his big card, and that is the Golem. And look at that nice pull coming in. He's able to pull that Hog Rider right into the tower, basically activating the King Tower. And that'll be anything that's close enough to the Princess Tower will now also take extra shots from the King Tower. Nice distraction for that Golem. Golem's kind of coming in right now. He's going to take out the what's it called? Interesting. Having a sad day too. Okay, so the Golem is going to take out the Tombstone there. More Skellies did spawn. Beast now off to a counter attack on the left hand side. Double crits have been dropped, and they will be charging directly for the tower. But look at that. Look at the distractions. Look at the units that are coming out. Now an Ice Fairy also coming out. The Dark Prince will finally be able to charge, however, locked in the face. And there is a baby dragon now coming up uncontested. The Mega Minion comes in to clean that up. Another Mega Minion around. So again, great defense by Beast. Beast is just an amazing defender. He used so many cheap units to defend there. He put the Ice Golem, he put the Tombstone, then he put the Spirit. He put all these units down just to be able to defend. Remember, this defense was of a 9 elixir push or an 8 elixir push. The Prince and the Dark Prince are not cheap units. He used what? A Tombstone, 2 elixir. He used what? An Ice Spirit, 1 elixir. Then he used an Ice Golem before that, another 2 or 3 elixir. So he was able to do a great trade there and hold off that push in for a long enough time for him to take the tower on the right. With now 9 seconds left on the clock, there's not a lot of time for, actually there's barely any time for Mehudi to make a comeback. And this is going to be game 2 going in favor of Beast. Very well played by Beast, by the way. And he is showing his true skills of the unit placement and how he manages to rotate these cards around and making sure that he has the right kind of cards to defend against every kind of threat that his opponent might push away towards him. And there we go, going into game 3 very quickly. Beast off to a great start. I think the Beast probably could end this game in a 3-0 victory also, but Mehudi, remember, still a Master League player and will come up, bring a lot of action towards you out of the blue, and he does really well. We've seen him play really well yesterday and a couple of days prior also, where he actually won his first game of the Premiership. So Mehudi, I'm not going to count you out till it's the end. So let's see how things are going to pan out here. We see Beast does have the Graveyard Poison combo, and the win condition is fairly simple. Drop the Graveyard, drop the Poison, watch the tower burn, basically. And Mehudi now opting for a freeze deck with Hog Rider. So this will be quite interesting to see. If the Hog Rider makes it across to the tower, he's just going to freeze everything, and he's going to freeze the tower. He's going to freeze any units that are around it, and the Hog Rider is going to pretty much get free hits everywhere. So here comes the Hog Rider, and the freeze is available to him. And guess what? He doesn't need it. These units are coming out so late, and I think Beast completely messed up. He put the building down instead of the Mega Minion first, costing him a lot of health on that tower. Beast making some misplay. I think he's taking these victories very lightly, and he thinks his opponent might not be as good, and he's making these silly mistakes which are unnecessary at the moment. And a lot of angry signs and happy signs coming out. Just friendly banter there, by the way. So now this might be the time to Beast to throw down his combo. He's put the Graveyard right in the corner, and he really wants that elixir collector down first, and the poison also is going to come out. So you saw the graveyard's complete focus was the elixir collector. So he traded with the elixir collector pretty well, and the poison also brought out to take care of the minions and also do extra damage on the tower. So Beast now needs to worry about this push on the left. And will the freeze be coming out? No, instead of choosing to put the fireball on the other side. Look at the health on the tower on the left. There's 1200 health left on the tower. And Mehudi could potentially win this game. He just needs to get something good going. Another Hog Rider push with the freeze spell could help him close the game. And but however, first he needs to defend against him. What is going on? Okay, so the zap finally comes out. There are two archers there. However, the tower still ended up taking so much damage. And now with the Goblin Hut placed there and another Goblin Hut available to be put down anytime soon, I don't think the Hog Rider will be able to make its way across to the tower. So Mehudi could actually freeze it. This is been an absolute massacre of Mehudi, and I'm actually out of words how he actually managed to lose these games, or especially this game in general. He just he did finally reveal his freeze card at the end. But Mehudi throwing these games fairly quickly. 3-0 is now the final score, and Beast now pretty much has, I believe the final score is like 10-1. He's won 10 games or 9 games. So, or this one is an older game. So 9-1 is the score for